Hi, welcome back to my channel.
Happy Valentine's Day, or Galentine's Day if you celebrated that. If you're watching, what do you feel about Valentine's Day versus Galentine's Day? Please let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoy this series of videos, but this is going to be pretty intriguing, so keep watching. But first, hi, I'm Allicia, i.e. Allicia J, the walking talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay, so this video is definitely going to be about Valentine's versus Galentine's, and I want you to pay attention between how men talk about it and how women talk about it, and the things that they do, the effort that's put into it, all these things like this. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, keep in mind I do have another channel, and I would definitely love if you go over to that channel and engage and support, because if you like this video, you'll definitely be liking the other video. And let's get into it.
He knew that this would break your heart, but he did it anyway. And a man that cares about you would never do that. Some men go out of their way to ruin special occasions, events, and even holidays that you're excited about because secretly they don't like you. I don't care what that man told you. He's not been thinking about this for a while and having these feelings for a while. He has to go ghost on Valentine's Day because he has other plans. This is right out of a player's handbook. They're going to start a fight with you right around Valentine's Day so they have a reason to be gone. So you won't want to call them and they won't have to call you. So no, his boss didn't ask him to work late on Valentine's Day. No, his phone didn't die and his homeboy didn't have a charger. No, he didn't get in a car accident. I don't know if he's entertaining somebody new or reconnecting with somebody old, but I bet you that man will not be alone on Valentine's Day. And if you don't believe me, watch that man offer you everything that you wanted on Valentine's Day the day after Valentine's Day. He's going to go to the grocery store and get you some reduced price flowers, some reduced price candy, and take you out to dinner and all the things. And you're like, why do it tonight when you could have did it yesterday? Well, yesterday, honey, he had plans. Honey, we don't chase him, we replace him. So you never let a man see you crashing out like this online. If he can make it without you, you can make it without him.
And when he tell you that he doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day, remember how he celebrated Super Bowl Sunday. Because I don't know a single man who did not have a plan. Even the ones who hate football, they all had a plan. If him and his boys were going out, you better believe that they made a reservation at somebody's bar. And they looked into it ahead of time. And to the ones who stayed in, he bought wings at the store, French fries, ranch sauce, chips and dip, DiGiorno pizzas, and beers that his boys like. And while he was at the store thinking about his boys and what they like, he walked by some roses that were $19.99 and that box of heart-shaped chocolate and the aisle with all the Hallmark cards. And not once did he think of you. Not once did he say, I'm gonna throw this in the cart for her. He had that beer in the cart though. He had them wings in the cart though. But he had a plan of how he was going to celebrate Super Bowl Sunday. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. And don't you forget it, sis.
See, at times like this, I think about love. I'm sorry, not love. I think about physical touch, you know, like like Valentine's Day is approaching. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Buy myself flowers? Is that it? Is that what the world has come to? Is for me to buy my own flores? Oh, okay. I mean, I'll do it. But why do I have to do it? You know, like, it's y'all. Y'all are the problem. And I'm the solution. Fuck y'all.
Let's all agree that Valentine's Day is the biggest ripoff. And it's not because I'm not getting any flowers tomorrow. Everyone is expected to buy flowers, but it's a lose-lose situation. You either have to spend an arm and a leg to get something respectable, or you end up spending not enough and getting something very unimpressive and disappointing everyone in the process. Like this one time, my ex had this half-dead bouquet of roses delivered to work on Valentine's Day, and I was like, okay, maybe it's the thought that counts. But upon closer inspection, the flowers were from budgetflowers.com. You totally miss the point of the holiday. Like, if you're going to spend anything on Valentine's Day and buy into the commerciality of it, then you better go all out and spend as much money as you can as a reckless declaration of your love for someone. But instead, he's gone full cheapskate and half-assed it just to tick a box. Which is why I'm a firm believer of doing yourself a favour and skipping the holiday entirely. I mean, you're better off using that money that you could have spent towards Valentine's Day on a bunch of other smaller things throughout the year, like nice dinners, you know, surprise flowers, basically literally anything other than getting something out of the clearance section bin.
I'm making dinner for my boyfriend for Valentine's Day. We're having gnocchi. It's gonna be great. But that really got me thinking about the first Valentine's Day that I was single after me and my like long-term high school boyfriend broke up. I have to step away. It's so hot in there. I went to IHOP with a guy who I probably hadn't seen since New Year's Eve, where we went outside by ourselves, and he asked me to take off all my clothes to prove to him that I had a rocking body in like sub-zero freezing temperatures. I did, because I had really low self-esteem. That's not the point. So he asked me to go to IHOP with him. It's Valentine's Day. We get there. He gives me a hug. Maybe, I don't know. It's uncomfortable a little bit. The waitress comes over. She says, "Oh my God, Heis, happy Valentine's Day." And he looks so disgusted. He looks so angry and upset because I don't think he realized it was Valentine's Day, which, come on, I think we know that he did. He just didn't want to be alone. But he acted like he did not want to be there with me for Valentine's Day. He did not want to be my Valentine. So it was a pretty uncomfortable breakfast, honestly. He didn't really act like he wanted me to be there, even though he asked me to be there. So whatever, we eat breakfast, we talk a little bit, it's fine. He also smells really bad. Like, it's truly just like an awful date. But I had, again, really low self-esteem because just got out of this relationship. I lost a bunch of weight. Okay, I didn't really value my worth. Okay, so we're in the parking lot, we're leaving, gives me another hug, smells bad, whatever. Not 2 minutes, like after I leave this parking lot, he calls me and says, "Hey, can I come take a shower at your house?" Sir, are you fucking... Sheer audacity of this man to act like he hates me for all of breakfast and act so fucking embarrassed that he took me out on Valentine's Day, only to then call me and ask if he could take a shower because he went to law school down south, so he had a drive ahead of him. So he wanted to take a shower before his drive. And we all know he didn't want to take a shower. He wanted to hook up, just like he knew it was Valentine's Day. He just didn't want to act like he liked me because, I don't know, I think he was a literal sociopath. I mean, like, of course I said no, but then, yeah, maybe I did see him again another time. He hated me. So if you are single and alone this Valentine's Day and you are just feeling sad about it, at least you are not having IHOP with someone who actually couldn't give a shit if you lived or died. Happy Valentine's Day.
So before I made this video, I actually wanted to put the Galentines before the Valentines because feels and vibes, but I guess it's like, do you want the good news or the bad news first? I decided to put the bad news first because I feel like the way that this video will go for you and make you feel, it will have a more happier ending than most videos that kind of go like this. So just stick with me.
I have friends asking me what they should get their man for Valentine's Day. But am I tripping? I thought Valentine's Day was a girl's holiday. I feel like men should get nothing for Valentine's Day. And I think, like, a man that wants you to get him something for Valentine's Day is a feminine man. Valentine's Day is literally made for the girls.
You gotten like a worst gift? Yo, I had a bad one. So my ex, this is like our first Valentine's together, and he picks me up. He has no gift in the truck, nothing.
What?
Goes to Walgreens while you're in the car. While I'm in the truck waiting, grabs the last of the fucking roses. They're all like dried out, and a fucking pack of Modelos.
Wow. The Modelos part though.
That shit was bad.
I honestly think I would cry. I would have been like, take me the fuck home right now, and I'm keeping the beer.
I'm gonna tell you right now for free, I'm not holding your hand, I'm not gonna be gentle. If the man doesn't get you anything for Valentine's Day, not even a rose, you're gonna dump him immediately. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna replace him immediately. By next week, I want you to have a new man with more money. Because what are you playing at? You do realise that if a man gets you nothing for Valentine's Day, he hates your guts, because it is so in your face. It is so easy to buy some flowers for a £5. It is so easy to get some chocolate and a card. You literally can do it whilst you're pumping gas. Don't take the mick. So that means he's had to walk past the flowers, walk past the gifts that he could have bought you. He chose actively to disrespect you. Are you going to sit there and take that? You better dump him immediately. Immediately. And what we love to do is make excuses for man. If he wanted to, he would. Full stop, period, done. So he didn't.
Now it's on you to take action. Let that man go. Dump him immediately. I'm not even playing with you. I'm not holding your hand. Immediately.
You don't eat my dick bone, your pussy ain't really, it's throwback and you know that, you hear me? I'm trying to see when it's gonna get how it's supposed to get, but it's just, this not it. This just not it. This is not a win for me. I'm not winning fucking with you. I just like the Joe little energy and I'm genuine. But really, have a beautiful day. I pray you find a flunky.
We gotta stop acting like buying yourself flowers for Valentine's Day is gonna do the trick. My name is Jasmine with Listen to Your Single Friend, and I came across this post, and I think it's a really good topic to talk about. She says, not everyone wants to do a solo date on Valentine's Day or a Galentine's Day event. I'm tired of pretending to be excited about it. I've done it. I've bought myself the flowers. I've taken myself to dinner. I'm over it. We gotta stop forcing the treat yourself messaging for Valentine's Day. Some of us are just sad about not having someone to share it with, and that's okay. I just want to start off showing some love to this sister because I truly appreciate having this transparent conversation. I think it's so important in a singles community that we talk about the good, the bad, and the lonely, which is my tagline. So she talks about, feeling forced to do, the positive things on Valentine's Day. And I think this is really important because romantic love cannot be replaced by self-love. I love the hell out of myself, but that doesn't mean that I don't want a partner and I don't desire partnership. So it is okay to acknowledge that, and it's okay to say, you know what? I'm feeling a little sad and salty that I don't have a person to celebrate this commercial holiday with tomorrow. Saw some comments saying, well, why would you sit in your sadness? Why not do something about it? And this, my therapist is gonna love this part. This is why it's important that we do actually have this conversation, because it's okay to sit in your feelings. It's okay to actually process them. What's not okay is doing 1,000 Galentine's Day events and showing off and doing a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't feel authentic and genuine to you because you're trying to mask what you're really feeling inside. If you want to sit your ass on the couch and cry and watch love stories, go right ahead, okay? I have had my share of the sad Valentine's Day. I personally am over that. I have burnout with the sad Valentine's Day. So I'm in the opposite position as this young lady because I'm just at the point where I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not wasting any money tomorrow on myself just because I take care of myself every day. But also, I'm not going to sit here and be feeling sad either. But we do have to give space for people just feeling like, hey, I am sad and I don't want to sit up here and fake the funk. Don't do something that doesn't feel unique to you tomorrow. And I just really want us to have honest conversations with ourselves. It is nothing wrong with being sad that Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Do not let these couples sit up here and act like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Me and my man don't even celebrate. Do not let them make you feel bad about that. We giving space for all singles to feel however you feel. If you're going to 10-speed networking, dating events this weekend, great. If you're going to sit on the couch sad, great. If it's just another day for you, great. But I really do think that this is a good conversation to have. Some girlies are going to buy the flowers because that's what makes them feel good. All I'm asking for is that we do things that make us feel good and that feels genuine and authentic to us. Happy Valentine's Day, girlies. I really hope you guys have the day you want to have.
Ask any woman who doesn't receive something for Valentine's Day, what are you going to do about it? Like, how committed are you to your own respect within your relationship? And the reason I'm posing that question this way is because, guys, open your eyes and look around. Like, things are getting very intense around us. Women are being robbed of their rights in ways that it's unprecedented. In my lifetime, I've never seen women have as little rights as we have right now. This is not the time for you to be begging for the attention of a man. This is the time for you to be putting your foot down in your life in every single area. Like, here's what I would do if I didn't get something for Valentine's Day. First of all, we're having a conversation. If a man is a repeat offender and he doesn't care about celebrating holidays, I would have a deeper conversation with myself about why that's acceptable for me. Like, why is it okay for me to offer my body, my mind, my time, my emotions as a resource to an man who is more privileged than me and not even receive a token of appreciation on Valentine's Day? That just doesn't make any sense to me. If he's not a repeat offender and this is like a one-time thing, or you're going through a financial hardship or whatever, you should ask yourself, would you do the same thing in the same situation? If on his birthday, if you don't have money, you don't do anything, then maybe it's okay for you that on Valentine's Day, if he doesn't have money, he doesn't do anything. If on Valentine's Day for you and him, you guys are going through something financially, so you don't do anything, maybe it's okay for you that he doesn't do anything. But if you are the type of person who would figure out something creative, or you would even just set on a special show, light a red candle, make a card by hand, do something to show that person that you really care for them, then why are you lowering the bar where you don't expect him to do the same thing for you? Why is your valuation of yourself so low that he can do something to you that you would never do to him? Those are the kinds of questions I would be asking myself. And what I would do is I would confront him and I would say, you know, I noticed you didn't get anything for Valentine's Day. I feel like this is a time where men demonstrate how much they care about their partners. Why is this not a priority to you? Or did you forget it was Valentine's Day? And I would genuinely be curious, because his answer is going to tell you a lot about how he feels about you. And if he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you know, this and that came up, but I really want to celebrate this with you, and he immediately initiates a repair, maybe he doesn't mean it and you have a great person on your hands. But if the answer is toxic and it's kind of throwaway, it shows a bigger picture that this man doesn't really care about your feelings. He cares about the resources he can gain from you. Let's keep everything 100 and realize that if you didn't have a body a man wanted to sleep with, he would not fucking be with you lovingly. And I'm not even directing this at the girl who asked this in my preceding comment. I'm just telling you guys this as a fact. As women know that unless a man can stand to gain something from us physically, emotionally, whatever, even just the attention of knowing that you like him more than he likes you, they're not going to be around. So why are you lowering your standards for somebody who wouldn't be around you if you were not a resource to him? Cut that shit immediately. Stand up for yourself. And if you have a long history of not standing up for yourself, this is the perfect opportunity for you to show up for yourself. You go buy yourself those flowers. You go buy yourself those balloons. You go out with your girlfriends and live your best life, but don't sit there begging that man to do the barest minimum for you on Valentine's Day.
What's the worst Valentine's Day gift you've ever received? I was hiding at home as a surprise. He brought another girl home instead.
Yeah, that's horrible,
Yeah.
but don't surprise me with nothing. Make yourself known so I know how to respect you.
Make yourself known so I know my next move.
Yeah.
A set of PJs that was size 20 and a size 12 to 14. He said it'd be more comfy.
So what he's saying is, I know you wear 12 to 14. The
Wear 12 to
imprints in
14.
your skin are telling me.
They're telling you to size up.
Yeah. I just want you to be comfortable. Be honest and be comfortable.
He told me to bake a cake and write Happy Valentine's Day on his behalf.
So with Valentine's Day coming up, we're going to talk about narcissists and Valentine's Day and how it could go a few different ways. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, a narcissistic personality disorder. So Valentine's Day with the narcissist could be the best day of the year for some people. This might actually be the only day of the year that narcissistic person is good to you. And a lot of times they're good to you to try to make up for the stuff that they did last year, or to make up for a bad Christmas or a bad birthday or something like that. They feel like Valentine's Day can correct all of their wrongdoings from the previous period of time. But for most other people on Valentine's Day, it's going to be a bad day. You might get into an argument the day before, the week before. You might get in an argument today on the 6th or the 5th or the 6th and be fussing and fighting. And then they have an excuse not to get you something because you were undeserving and ungrateful. Some of them will ghost you on Valentine's Day and just disappear until the day after, meaning that you were the side piece. But they always have an excuse to blame you, or they just forgot, or they will just say, you know what? Valentine's Day is just a commercialized holiday. Why are we celebrating this one day to love? I love you every single day because I'm here, aren't I? Why do I need to get you a gift? Am I not enough? Is my presence not enough? So if you haven't gotten a gift on Valentine's Day for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, please don't get your hopes up to get a gift this year. Please don't do that to yourself. Celebrate yourself. Love yourself. And subscribe to my channel. Thanks.
All right, it is February 11th, which means Valentine's Day is in 3 days, and I need to hear your favorite bad Valentine's Day stories. So mine is in my first marriage. I got him an Apple Watch. I had saved up for a long time to get him this Apple Watch. And so I give him the Apple Watch and he's like, thanks, you know, whatever. And then pulls out a grape Jolly Rancher sucker and a single wrapped Starburst from his jacket pocket that his students had given him. And after that was the year I said never again to Valentine's Day. So let me hear your bad stories. Go!
So yes, definitely share your stories in the comments about bad Valentine's Day gifts and such. We heard the perspective of a narcissist. We heard the perspective of multiple women. We've heard this perspective from men who they really just telling on themselves. I'm gonna be honest here, and it's kind of disgusting and vulgar. But other than that, please let me know what stories do you have from Valentine's Day that just make it fucking suck. And these next couple of videos, we're gonna lift the vibes up a little bit, because this is not it. I do think it's a beautiful holiday in a way that it can, despite its origins possibly, I think it's a beautiful holiday that showcases how we can love other people. But why does that have to be exclusively romantic relationships only? And so the concept of Galentines appeared like Friendmas and Friendsgiving.
February 13th, which means Galentine's Day. Oh, it's only the best day of the year.
Yes, Galentines, not Valentines. The tradition started almost a decade ago by Amy Poehler's character in Parks and Recreation, Leslie Knope. And it's a day to celebrate women's friendships. It's the chance for single and taken friends to come together and embrace womanhood by sending messages, meeting up, and exchanging gifts. So it's basically the friendship version of Valentine's Day.
In a bunch.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's full of games, full of high vibes, and even if a person does not necessarily feel like they're in a romantic relationship or they fail at romantic relationships, I think it's still a good thing to just get up and go to and get out of that mood, you know? Even a step up is a step better than just kind of sulking in being single or being lonely, or somebody letting you down or disappointing you because they really didn't put any effort into finding this perfect gift or things that, you know, would really show that they even care about you. And this builds community, and it builds women who most of the time we do majority of this with all holidays. Most of the effort is put on us anyway. So I do think this time of the year is a beautiful thing to see. Okay, so I think we're getting the gist of things, and just notice what it's like to celebrate and come together with those that you cherish that are in your life. And I love the decorations. And don't let nobody denounce Galentine's like this guy did.
I know y'all about to kill me, but shouldn't we be denouncing Galentine's Day? Like, I thought y'all wanted a man on Valentine's Day. But instead, y'all make up a day to celebrate not having a man.
So you mean to tell me men are throwing up crying, flying down the wall, and fighting the air over Galentine's Day? Is this because you're not invited and you're not involved? Some of these women have established lifelong friendships, and through childbirth, marriages, and yes, even divorce, that friend is still there. There are more relationships out there to celebrate besides romantic ones. What about platonic ones? What about self-love? They're already on here complaining that they shouldn't have to ask you to be their Valentine, and then some of them don't even do anything on Valentine's Day, but now you can't even be celebrated by other women? I saw this woman doing this elaborate Galentine's Day celebration, and she was saying that people were complaining about it, and she was like, one of the reasons why I do it is because it helps to raise my friends' standards. It's hard to settle for less from a man when your friends are willing to do all of that for you. These are the same men that end up in a nursing home all alone because they didn't spend any time nurturing and cultivating their relationships and their friendships. They're mad that Galentine's Day is proof that women are decentering men and they want to be the center of every woman's universe. They need women to pedestalize romantic love because then they feel like they have a chance. But there are other forms of love that deserve to be celebrated as well.
Yes, and that will conclude the video. And I wanted to show many ways and many different ideas in case you want to do a Gallon's Time next year and more years to come. But I love that the idea came from Parks and Recreation. It was one of my favorite shows. Definitely make sure you comment and like and subscribe and engage on this video. I would really appreciate it if you go to my other channel, which has similar content, but it is hidden by no other than YT. So please make sure that you like, comment, engage. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear them. If you're curious about what type of content I make beauty related content, style, fashion, beauty, but I also make content about women's empowerment and things that surround these type of topics and anything interesting that I find on the internet as well. Controversial discussions regarding beauty, femininity, women's empowerment, things like that. So I definitely look forward to seeing you on the next one. Happy Valentine's Day.